Now we're going to take you around all 20 Premier League clubs. Dharmesh, where should we start?
Let's start on A and Arsenal, James. Stuttgart in talks with Arsenal over the signing of their midfielder Fabio Vieira.
Aston Villa will look to be busy, having only signed one senior player so far in this transfer window.
PSG target Ilya Zabani started for Bournemouth in their final game of their US tour against West Ham United.
Brentford are expecting Johan Wissa to return to training with the squad tomorrow.
Brighton midfielder Kamari Doyle has joined League One Reading on a season-long loan.
Burnley are looking to be busy. They've agreed a deal with Chelsea midfielder Leslie Ugachukwu.
Chelsea want to sign both Xavi Simons and Alejandro Garnacho before this monumental transfer window closes.
Crystal Palace are yet to receive any form offers for Abire Eze, despite interest from Arsenal.
Everton have agreed a deal worth £29 million with Chelsea for midfielder Kiernan Dewsbury Hall.
Fulham's Rodrigo Muniz is one of the strikers Atlanta are considering this summer. That's according to our colleagues at Sky in Italy.
New signing Lucas Perry could make his Leeds debut against AC Milan this weekend.
Darwin Núñez may have scored for Liverpool this evening, but AC Milan have made an initial approach to sign Núñez.
Manchester City are close to agreeing a new contract with their central defender Rúben Dias.
Manchester United are expected to make a formal offer for RB Leipzig striker Benjamin Šeško.
Alexander Isak returned to the Newcastle United training ground today after missing the club's pre-season tour of Singapore and South Korea amid huge speculation about his future at the club.
Nottingham Forest have yet to come back in with a new offer for James McAtee after Manchester City rejected a bid around £25 million for him last week.
Mark Guiu is still expected to join Sunderland on loan from Chelsea until the end of the season.
Spurs legend Heung-min Son is expected to complete a move to MLS side LAFC after 10 years at Tottenham.
Graham Potter says the club are working hard behind the scenes to add to their squad before the end of the transfer window.
He is there somewhere, Graham Potter. He's working behind the scenes, that's why we can't see him. Wolves winger Gonzalo Guedes is closing in on a move to Real Sociedad.
Manchester United internally feel that Benjamin Šeško wants to join them and they are going to be his favourite pick in this race with Newcastle. Remember that Newcastle offered €90 million, 80 plus 10 to Red Bull Leipzig on Monday. Manchester United offered €85 million, 75 plus 10 on Tuesday. Now depends on the player, negotiations club to club continue, but Manchester United internally feel this night that Benjamin Šeško wants to join them and play at Old Trafford. Let's see what's gonna happen in the next days and hours. It's not gonna be a long saga now. Šeško is set to communicate his decision to Red Bull Leipzig very soon, but Manchester United feel increasingly confident to sign Benjamin Šeško.
Yeah, we told you on Saturday, Tom, that Newcastle had made that first formal bid for Benjamin Šeško. It essentially was the £70 million that Leipzig are looking for, but it was £65 million plus £5 million in add-ons. What Leipzig said was, look, it does essentially meet their valuation, but they'd like to renegotiate the structure and the payment terms over that deal. So as a result of that, Newcastle then went back in last night with another offer, so to speak, again £70 million, but up front plus some potential add-ons as well. So we're yet to hear back from RB Leipzig as to whether they will accept that offer, but it does meet their valuation in terms of the figure. And Newcastle have also had some encouragement over the last 24 hours that SESKO would be open to the move. We've known for a while that he's open to both Newcastle United and Manchester United. One source actually told us last week that he favoured a move to Manchester United. But as it stands, Newcastle's offer for SESKO is the only offer that is on the table. And I think as far as Newcastle are concerned, they can't wait around forever, because if Alexander Isak is to be allowed to go, they want to ensure that they have a replacement in first. So yeah, they've had that encouragement that SESKO would be keen on a move to Newcastle United, coupled with that new bid, as I say, £70 million plus some add-ons. It feels as though this transfer is beginning to move, and I think the next 24 to 48 hours could be telling.
Well, it is interesting because we have been expecting Manchester United to come in for him as well. But like you say, Newcastle's bid's the only one at the table right now. How worried are Newcastle that Manchester United will come in eventually?
look, I think there's an internal worry, yes, because we keep getting told the noises are that Manchester United are there, but they're not there in terms of a formal offer. It's only Newcastle who at this stage have made an offer for Benjamin Šeško and said, look, we want to sign you. I think there is an internal concern that perhaps the player does favour Manchester United, but of course those positive noises came out last night that he is open to a move to Newcastle United and that he is keen to discuss that and consider that. So it feels like we are getting to an end point.
Sources close to Old Trafford reveals that United chief are confident Šeško is leaning towards joining the club, despite strong interest from the European sides. The internal feeling is that 21-year-old Slovenian striker sees Manchester United as the ideal next step in his career. United have already beat out their sporting projects are in progressing, with personal terms not expected to be an issue. However, they will still need to reach an agreement with RB Leipzig, who remain reluctant to let him go easily unless the right offer lands. Leipzig stands he's untouchable unless the price is right. More to come, but United feels this could happen. So United fans, what do you think? What's your thoughts? Comment and like below and kindly subscribe. Thank you for watching United for Live TV.